My name is Thuli Mthembu. I am 22 years old. I'm from Nelspruit. I am currently an intern at the MultiChoice Talent Factory studying to be a filmmaker. I studied television producing and television script writing at AFTA, Cape Town. That was a long 3 years of my life. And then I was contemplating if I want to do post-grad or not, but I got this wonderful opportunity to join the MultiChoice Talent Factory, and yeah, after strenuous interviews, they accepted me, shockingly so, and now I'm here. I applied, and then they call you in for an interview. They call a bunch of us in for an interview. After the interview, then they'll let you know if you've made it or not. But the interview is insane. We were interviewed by the legendary Bobby Heaney, who asked us things that we were not taught at AFTA because they seemed to concentrate more on like American filmmaking rather than South African. So our questions from Bobby were more South African films, and yeah, that was hard. I didn't think I would get the job, but by God's grace, my passion was more intense than my knowledge of the South African film industry itself, so yeah. My friend who I went to varsity with actually was like, since I'm moving to Joburg, there's this academy program that I would be great for. She's like, just try it out, you know? If you get in, you get in. If you don't, then it's not what you're supposed to do, but I got in, so shout out to my friend. I honestly don't know. I'd be lying if I gave you a reason. I just know that I love what I do. I love telling stories, and like I said, I guess my passion shone through me because none of the questions that I was asked, I feel I answered in an A+ manner, better than the next person. So I just think it was me being myself. From getting accepted into the academy, things were different for us because of the virus. The first few months were over Zoom. They accept 14 of us. As the 14, we got to meet each other. We went through various classes, literally 9 to 5 every day from your home. They got us laptops at least, you know, shout out to MultiChoice. And then as the months went by, the restrictions lowered, so we were able to meet each other in person. From that, we went on internships, where we go to multiple production houses in South Africa. So we went on the set of The River, Gomorrah, Isibaya, you name it. And then from that, we're expected to network and to just do your best, really. You don't go into different production companies doing the same thing, because when you start off in the academy, they ask you, what are you interested in? So for me, it was writing, arts, and continuity. So I did those three on the different placements that I went to. And you just get to network so that after the academy, you could possibly be called back to do that job if you do impress. And then you get to write a concept, and we all got to pitch to Channel. Channel chooses 4 movies that will air on Mzansi Magic from the academy. And then from those 4 movies, if you wrote it or came up with the concept, you get to direct it. So by God's grace, my movie got chosen, and I was directing. So that was fun. And now we're in the process of editing, and they're going to be broadcast on Mzansi Magic, which is amazing. There's been a lot of alumni production companies that are making major waves, that are, you know, getting commissioned by Showmax, and the big names, Eccentric Circus, Seamless Cut, and all the likes that are doing great things that come from the academy. So it's very uplifting for us coming from the academy, knowing that once I leave here, I have family out there who would make me their first choice because we all come from the same academy, you know, yeah. So the film concept that I got commissioned for by MultiChoice is titled Inkwenkwezi. I wrote this film, initially it was for my sister named Kwezi. I lost my sister 2 years ago, so it was just a tribute to her. And then this year I lost my father, so it became deeper because the story itself was about a girl who loses her father, because I didn't want to make it my sister. But now it got deeper, and yeah, I included the virus, and in essence, it's a big hug to South Africans who have lost loved ones and aren't able to communicate with them anymore. The stage it's at now, we're still in editing. After this interview, actually, I'm gonna go watch the final cut edits and hopefully picture lock it. And then the process, we get to pitch twice to Channel. The first round of pitches, they choose 2 films. So then I pitched it, and then they were like, it's good, but you need to like refine a few elements. So the second time around, I pitched it, and then Mabato Monso actually said it's amazing, and she wanted to mentor me. So that was the process. I was mentored by one of my favorite writers and directors in South Africa, so praise God. And yeah, we wrote the film. Things change, you know, they say a film is made 3 times in writing, in production, and in edit. Right now we're in edit, and it's a whole different film, but I still love it. It still tells the story that I wanted to, so yeah, I'm still happy. The most valuable lesson I learned about the film industry in this academy, I learned that hard work really trumps over everything. Because you get to a set and there's people who have been there for years, like who have been doing this, but if you're a newcomer, you're seen in those eyes like you're a newcomer. But if you work like you want to be there, your passion outweighs everything. So you give as much of yourself as you want to. And that's what makes your name stay in places that you're not even in. Passion is seen over everything, yeah. The ways in which the Academy has springboarded or jumpstarted my career has been, I never thought that I would be in the places that I was in the production companies that I was working for. I never thought in my life that I would be making a movie fresh out of varsity, like directed by, do you understand? I got the chance to ask questions to people that I admire so much, like just for the fact that I got to ask the actual people these questions, you know, and get to communicate with people just from a human perspective, not as, oh my God, you're Mabato Monso and I'm Thuli. Like, we're all just filmmakers, and it's beautiful. So in that manner, it has opened my eyes to the possibilities that I never thought would be a norm to me. It has made, yeah, things out of my reach a norm. What's next for me? I have a job interview on Wednesday. So yeah, I'm hoping that is what happens. I just want to explore more avenues. I've been doing film for the last year and TV. I want to do more like documentaries and things with sports. Yeah, things that are more out of my comfort zone, just so I grow. I want to grow. What's next for me is more growth.